Are we all good to continue, officers?
Please. Yes, Your Honour, thank you.
No worries, thank you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, plaintiff, I'll get you back into your bar, please.
Yeah, sorry, Your Honour. I'd also just like it to be mentioned that we're not seeking compensation for any of Miss Starr's emotional and mental state, nor any of her assets or businesses. This case is not intertwined with her at all.
Okay, so the application that I was sent was on the 16th of March 2021. My Jeep Trackhawk plate B1GK3N was stolen by Bonnie Jean. She then proceeded to pour petrol over my Jeep and light it on fire. This has caused huge emotional stress, not for just me, but as well as my granddaughter Sada Star, also affecting her business because she was worried I might have a heart attack.
Yes, Your Honour. Kenneth wrote that wrote that brief and application under emotional distress, so he wouldn't have been in the right mindset to write that application. The brief that I have put forward now is the brief that we will be basing our case off, if that's okay with Your Honour.
Okay.
Miss Starr's got no emotional attachment to this Jeep Hawk.
Okay, no worries. Have you got, your opening statements all done, good to go?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Alrighty. Defence Counsel, would you like to present your opening statement, please?
Thank you. I'm grateful, Your Honour. May it please the court. We are here to meet a case concerning Jeep Trackhawk as outlined in the plaintiff's claim. If the plaintiff wishes to amend its claim or seek a substitute sum, we're entitled not to be ambushed. The law of this state is that the plaintiff must articulate all bases upon which they are to proceed, and they are not to make amendments from the bar table. So we are here to meet a case, and we've incurred the costs of meeting a case for $5 million in damages without any basis. The short point is that the plaintiff must, in accordance with the Civil Liability Act 2002, prove beyond on the balance of probabilities that it was in fact Ms. Jean who caused the loss and damage, and on the plaintiff's statement alone,
we overlooked the American flag.
There is insufficient evidence to demonstrate that she took the Jeep, that she burnt the Jeep, and that she had anything to do with the Jeep other than a piece of photographic material which was posted on social media. The defendant seeks for this proceeding to be dismissed and for the plaintiff to pay the defendant's cost of the proceedings.
Okay. The plaintiff prosecution table, are you wishing to meet their requests, or would you like to proceed?
Well, look, Your Honour, I think it should be noted that this case has had nothing but amendments up until the word go. Obviously, I wasn't presiding over this case until about 5 minutes ago, and as I'm aware, the defence counsel was also appointed as a last-minute counsel, so I don't think this case can be judged off no last-minute adjustments, as it's already been allowed by yourself. I'd also like to note that, yes, there isn't any evidence that she took it, apart from Mr. I'm going to be honest, Kenneth, I don't know your last name. Apart from Kenneth's word and her word, which is hearsay. But I think accompanied by the evidence that she took the photo of the stolen Jeep Trackhawk, that definitely puts her in the place of the stolen vehicle. No one else was seen around that vehicle. No one else posted videos of it. So with Mr. Kenneth's word of she stole the Jeep Trackhawk, along with her posting a photo of the stolen Jeep Trackhawk, I would say that's more than enough evidence to say that she was in possession of it at the time.
Okay. Plaintiff,
Mr. King? Mr. King. Sorry. Kenneth King.
Kenneth King. Kenneth King. How many times does your bloody name change, Kenneth? Oh, yoy. Okay, so, Mr. King, do you have any evidence that you'd like to present to the court today?
Your Honour, we'll be presenting the photo of the Jeep Trackhawk on fire, which Miss Jean posted on Twitter herself after she heinously stole it.
Okay. Is that all the evidence? No witnesses or anything along those lines?
Oh, if we're calling up to the stand, I would like to call up Kenneth and Miss Jean at some point, but other than that, no, Your Honour.
If you would like to call up Kenneth or Miss Jean, then by all means, you may call them up.
Alrighty, Kenneth, do you want to go take a stand next to the lovely judge? I'm going to ask you a few
I'm
questions.
A witness.
You're not.
I am.
You're in desperate need of a haircut, is what you're in need of.
Look, I mean, this is why we have court to figure out all these
At the
things.
front, Kenneth. Don't walk up there. Front, Kenneth. Thank you.
Alrighty. Mr. King, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. You may continue with your questionings.
Kenneth, on the 16th of the 3rd, 2021, you had your Jeep Trackhawk out of your garage and you were driving it about, correct?
Objection.
Yes, I was driving it about.
Objection.
Grounds?
My friend shouldn't lead. Experienced counsel should know that when you call a witness in chief that you would ask open questions, not yes or no closed questions. I'd invite my friend to rephrase the question.
Plaintiff, rephrase the question.
He can answer the question however he wants. Yes or no, or we can add some detail on who's driving it about. An open-ended question, depending on how.
I press the objection. My friend can ask an open question. For example, was Mr. Kenneth driving, or what was happening with Mr. Kenneth's car, which is an open question, which the witness can answer. It is not open to my friend to ask closed and leading questions.
He wants to answer it. I'll continue on my questioning. Thank you. Your Honor, I'd like to argue it's not a closed and leading question, as Kenneth could, for example, answer, yes, I was driving my car around the Meteor Street garage. That is also where I took it out. It is giving the answer that I need, but it is also not just a yes or no answer.
Okay. What we're going to do is we are going to rephrase the question. Let's try steer away from closed questions or leading questions. Let's try and keep the questions nice and open-ended. So
it is
please rephrase and continue with your questioning.
It's open-ended as you would like it to be. Mr. King.
So my vehicle was originally taken out to the garage opposite the hospital. That's where I stored it the night before. When I was driving it around for a bit, then I remembered I had my limo, which was parked in the Meteor Street garage. I went to go grab my limo, forgot to lock my Jeep, then took my limo for a drive. The next thing I know, my Jeep's there, exploded.
Where did you take your car out of the garage? Okay,
No, we had fallen out a few days before.
Was Bonnie with you?
Yes, I have.
At the time? So you had known Bonnie
I do not know. She just seemed very weird.
previously. And this
Just her mood had changed.
falling out, what was that all about? In what way? So she was not treating you in a way that she would
Yes.
normally be treating you, is how you would say. Alright. And what was your relationship
Friends.
with Miss Jean before that? Friends. And your relationship with Miss
Well, we don't speak. And I quite frankly never want to see her again.
Jean now, how would you describe that? Okay. And has Miss Jean caused any harm to you before or after the said incident? And if
I do not believe her herself has.
I think Mumble's having a bit of
so, could you
an
elaborate
episode.
on it? But someone...
It's a bit of a grey area, you see.
Shut up, Tully. These things take time.
that she is close with?
Chief. I have some cross-examination questions.
Stay out there.
Alrighty. Defense, you may ask your questions now.
If the witness could remain in the box, please. Mr. King, did you see
I am not drinking later.
Used to be.
Kenneth,
Miss Jean on the night of the incident? Yeah. Well, I'm cross-examining the witness. I'm allowed to ask as many yes or no questions as I like. My friends, it's my...
Ask, you're an objection?
1 moment. Hey, Blue.
That seems amazing. Your Honor, is, just for the sake...
Alright, sorry, I believe I was having some hearing issues.
Sorry, I was just, I was just asking for a little bit of clarification on something. Is it not everyone's right to a fair trial?
Absolutely.
So that would mean that the two councils would be able to, let's say, fight on fair grounds, correct?
I mean, we come to the court to argue one another's case.
So what puts him in a position where he can ask questions that I'm unable to ask, not allowed to ask, or I'm not allowed to phrase questions in that certain way, yet he is allowed to? I understand he's the defence and I'm the plaintiff, but if it is everyone's right to a fair trial, how does that seem fair, Your Honour?
Can I
Just
help
asking for a little bit of a clarification.
Can I help my friends understand?
I understand, but I'm just also trying to seek a little bit of clarification on how that can be seen as a fair trial. So I would argue from there it is not a fair trial if he has a advantage in the way he can phrase a question.
So you will also get that advantage when you
Correct,
are
with my witnesses.
when you are
Correct.
cross-examining his witnesses. You will have the ability to ask those closed questions, whereas he will not. So that is where this evens out.
Oh no, I get that part, Your Honour, but I just don't see why we can't just put it as just a blanket thing. You can either do it or you can't do it. Seems a bit easier that way.
Well, we might revisit. We might come back and revisit court processes, but that is something that will not be discussed during court. For the time being, we'll continue how we are. You will have the advantage that he currently has. Sorry, who is hugging your client there, the defendant?
Can you please step back behind the bar table and
Can I have that?
again?
Can I have that individual removed from the court, please? Eatswar in the chat. Eatswar?
Up. Get up or I'll drag you out.
It's one hell of a gallery today, Your Honour.
Oh yeah, it's bloody brought in the circus today.
Oh, Jesus.
He has
Thank
had
you
way
very
too
much
much
for looking out
fun
for
with
yourself.
you.
Nightmare. Alright, just cuff him, get him out of here.
You go.
Oh, I wanted to get him.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, please respect the court.